Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. After much delay, we're finally going to get around and install the Water-Methanol injection kit from Snow Performance, the stage 2.5. It's been several days. As you can tell, the car's taken apart for the most part. Have a lot of stuff that was pre-assembled to get ready for this. Still waiting on a couple of parts you will have to buy if you get this kit. You'll probably need 2 more 4NA injector ports and also a vacuum tube for your boost sensor. They don't really tell you that in the kit. You think you may have everything for that kit, especially the newer versions, but you will have to purchase these items, and I'll point those out when we get to it. So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna have to drill a hole in the back of the car to run the line under the car. Got the car on jack stands right now, so let's start drilling. Okay, we had to change the plans with the installation of the braided line. Instead of going from the back to the front, I'm going front to back. I saw this little gap between the firewall and the heat shield over here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the line is it's an easy straight shot to the rear of the car. So I'm gonna see if you can get through there. But it's like a gap, and you can actually see daylight from under the car. To see that little gap right there in the middle of this shot, you can actually see it go through there, and it goes straight to the bottom, and it actually is a perfect line straight to the back. So we're gonna go through that way and see. That's where that line goes, straight from there to the rear, comes right to the bottom. There we go, we're in business. So making determinations on where to drill to get the feed line inside the car. It looks, I had marked a couple of spots. You can see here a couple of spots I thought would actually work out well. However, looking under the undercarriage, it wouldn't really position right for what I don't want to have happen, as the possibility of backsplash or anything like that to come into the car, even though the line will be in there snug with a grommet and everything, but still eliminating any potential ill factors. So did a couple of magnet measurements, and I think this will probably be the best spot. So I'm gonna drill there, and that'll be it. That worked out perfectly. So ended up drilling a 5/8 hole into it with a grommet, of course, the same size. Came in there pretty smooth. No kinks. Of course, it's a braided line, so if there was a kink, there would be a problem already, but worked out well. So now it's time to connect the rest of the system up and do some testing. Okay, the line is ran through here and right under the undersplash portion, and it comes out right there, if you can see it. The line goes there, and it's weaved over, zip tied up big time to prevent any type of droppage, if that's even a word. And you can see zip tied there. Let's get under the wheel a little bit. You can see where it connects into the trunk, the grommet there. So it's pretty tucked in real tight. Stays away from everything. Pretty well protected all the way to the trunk. Trunk from the front to the trunk. Okay, so now the line is ran, solenoid installed, ran some wires, ground, power going up. Just gonna connect to the rest of the stuff once I drop this back end. So now we've just installed the vacuum sensor. You can see it in the back, connected up through the grommet. Ran the line down, squeeze it through behind the ECU. Have it right here, zip tied up, ready to go. So instead of splicing the vacuum line, we're installing this little fitting, so that way we just tap right into the vacuum without having to cut any lines. I know there's other products that have dual or triple nozzles or whatever, but this one and done, fits Hyundai's, Kia's, should not be a problem. Vibrant performance. So we have the forged cold pipe, had a pre-port there for the injector, so we have that connected up. And this will connect over, around, and connect through here. Not going to connect it yet because I still have to test the line, but you can see it'll go right through and connect over. We have a check valve that'll go between the 2 cables. All right, we finished wiring up for the VC50. I think everything's in. Got a fuse tap in there. Some extracurricular activities here. See if it works. All indications show that the VC50 works well. We'll do the line tests later. So far, so good. All right, time for the test of the lines. Got some distilled water here, or about half a gallon in there. Let's see how it goes. Have a mini catch right here. Just the line running into a little cup. See how this goes. This is odd. It's flashing yellow. Normally that would mean that there's no juice in there or nothing. However, if I prime it, you can actually hear the pump running. It's working. Just the line is right there. It goes around, tucked behind everything, so it pretty much avoids touching anything really moving. See the check valve here. It runs around right there. No issues. Okay, it's been a few days since my last video was created. A lot of troubleshooting, but found the problem. For vacuum not being recorded on the VC50, I had to remove the Vibrant Performance tap because it was not giving me the proper boost signal. So I ended up going to the cold pipe to get the proper boost signal. I'm not sure if you can see it down there. Let's turn the light on too. There we go. So I cut into the cold pipe and was able to T-tap it. So we now get a good vacuum line to get the signal for the sensor, and it works perfectly. Let's go look at it from the inside. So now we're getting boost to the gauge, and now we also corrected the issue with the flashing. This is the setup for the trunk, 2-gallon or 2.5-gallon container, I believe it is. But this is just some wood ply drilled into it, cut to fit in the back of the trunk, so it won't move around too much. See the wiring, power cables, everything taps out of the way, so the trunk is still pretty much usable. Of course, have the whole floor mats back there covering up things. So there's that. But still plenty of trunk room. Tank is right there. So finished with the installation of the Snow Performance 2.5 Water-Methanol injection kit in the Elantra N. It was a pretty simple install, just a few things you need to keep in mind when getting that kit, because there are a few things that are needed, but you don't really need them, but depending on how you want to do your setup. But it wasn't too hard. I've driven around with it for a couple days now. It's pretty fun. You can actually feel it when things kick in, and I'm thinking that's what the guys were telling me, or guys and gals that have it ran in their systems or their car platform, and they've all mentioned that little kick you feel. It's pretty fun. But till the next time, peace out.